Today, we're going to look at a tool that could completely change the way you do research and tackle complex documents. So let's just dive right in. You know the feeling, right? We've all been there. You've got this huge stack of articles or reports or textbook chapters, and the idea of just sifting through all of it manually is, well, it's just exhausting. Trying to find those key insights can feel like looking for a needle in a haystack. But what if you could just skip that whole painful process? What if you could get straight to the core ideas in like a fraction of the time? Well, that's exactly what this is all about. A much faster, much smarter way to really understand your documents. The solution we're breaking down today is Notebook LM's Notebook Guide. The best way to think about it is like having your own personal AI research assistant, one that's ready to give you the lay of the land the second you upload your files. So what is it really? The Notebook Guide is this automatically generated dashboard that just interprets your sources for you. I love how the source material describes it. It's like your research assistant's first page notes. It's that high-level briefing you get before you even start reading. Okay, let's get into the nitty-gritty of how this actually works, starting with how Notebook LM takes all your information and synthesizes it into something you can use right away. At the very heart of the Notebook Guide is the auto-generated summary. It looks at all the sources you've selected and creates one single paragraph that pulls out the main overarching themes. Now, it's not a list of every single point. It's a true synthesis of the big ideas that connect all of your documents. Now, here's a super important detail about how that summary gets made. As you can see here, Notebook LM actually gives more weight to the first source you add. Just by changing the upload order, the summary's entire focus can shift. So what's the key takeaway here? Always add your most important source first. But what if you want to understand each document on its own before you blend them all together? Well, that's exactly where source guides come in. You just click on any individual source and you get a dedicated summary and analysis for just that one file. And this shows why that's so critical. Imagine you've uploaded 3 different papers on a really complex topic. The main summary gives you the combined themes, sure, but source guides let you see each paper's unique angle. Maybe one is about technical methods, another is about regulations. This makes sure you don't lose the unique perspective of each source. Okay, so beyond just summarizing, the Notebook Guide also helps you dig into your materials by asking really intelligent questions for you. And these are not generic questions. Not at all. They're highly contextual. You upload business reports, it asks about revenue and challenges. You upload academic papers, it asks about methodology and findings. The AI is literally adapting to your material to suggest the most relevant questions to explore. So how does it do this? Well, it's not magic. The AI is actually trained to spot patterns that usually signal important information. When it sees numbers, it asks what they mean. When it finds a problem statement, it asks about the solution. And when it comes across a new concept, it asks for a definition. It's really just smart pattern recognition that helps kickstart your own critical thinking. All right, so we've seen the features. Now let's put them all together into a practical workflow that can save you an absolutely incredible amount of time. This 5-step process is pretty much your new blueprint for research. You upload, you review the summary, you click on a few of the suggested questions that catch your eye, you ask your own follow-ups, and then you generate a final document. It's simple, it's repeatable, and wow, is it efficient. And here is the payoff. Just take the example of a professional. Let's call him David, who's doing a competitive analysis. Manually, this would have easily been over 4 hours of work. Using this workflow, he got it done in just 30 minutes. And this isn't just a one-off. It applies to students, to researchers, to pretty much anyone. Now that final step, generate report, that leads you to the studio panel. And this is where you can instantly transform your research into all kinds of useful formats, like a podcast-style audio summary, a visual mind map, or structured documents like FAQs and briefing docs. It's really powerful stuff. Now, like any powerful tool, it's so important to understand its limitations so you can use it effectively. This isn't about replacing your brain, it's all about augmenting it. The most crucial thing to remember is this. The summary is only as good as your sources. If your sources are biased, the summary will be too. It's also designed to find the big themes, so it's going to miss some of the fine details and exceptions. You know the saying? Garbage in, garbage out. This right here is the golden rule. You have to think of this summary and the suggested questions as your starting line, not the finish line. They give you a map of the territory, but it's still up to you to explore it, to verify the findings with citations, and to draw your own final conclusions. So, when you put all of this together, it's clear we're looking at more than just a new feature. This is a fundamental rethinking of how we even approach the task of understanding information. The potential acceleration here is it's massive. For many tasks, this process can make your research up to 10 times faster than the traditional methods. It just collapses the time between getting a document and actually grasping its core message. And that really is the key takeaway. The Notebook Guide doesn't just give you answers, it helps you ask better questions and gives you a clear direction. It transforms that intimidating blank page into a guided journey of discovery. So the question for you is, with this barrier to understanding basically removed, what are you going to tackle first? What's that complex topic or that dense report you've been putting off? The best way to really see the power of this is to just try it yourself. Upload some of your own documents and see what the Notebook Guide reveals. And hey, share what you find in the comments below. Thanks for watching.